Steve is live in McAllister for us tonight. John, it was coming down about half an hour ago there. It looks like it's still coming down now. What are you seeing?
Well, still coming down, and I was wrong about the snowball weather, Sarah. Oh, hit me right in the chest. It's actually pretty good for snowballs as we transition now to the roads. That's what and this is actually like the perfect compact snow. I've made a snowman here. He's armless, but he's proud. What you see is a snowman, but what I see is a snowball. I don't know if you remember, but Allyson hit me with a snowball earlier. Allyson Stark is our photographer, doing a great job. So Allyson, it's time to dance. Nah, got you on the show. I'm not going to get her too bad. She's done a great job today, but definitely be safe out here tonight. They're going to be clearing those roads.
People who love Reba now have a new place to go. Welcome to the small town of Atoka, Oklahoma, a place Reba grew up near, and now the home of Reba's Place, a restaurant with delicious food, all the drinks you can imagine, and a retail store as well. It's a 50-50 partnership between her and the Choctaw Nation, and something community leaders in Atoka had a vision for.
When I saw their passion for it, then I saw the building. It was really neat to be talked into it, and I'm so glad they did.
From the dresses she's worn over the years, to her records on the wall, and posters she's featured in, it's everything Reba. 3 stories in all in a century-old renovated Masonic temple. Okay, I want to show you this entire place, but I have just downstairs right now. Over here you've got the bar. They're making all kinds of drinks. Reba's talks about all the fancy cocktails they're going to make. You can see the sign up here, Reba's Place. That's my personal favorite. Then you can see the small stage. She talked about she wanted a small stage. She didn't want big bands in here. She wants it to be small so people can be right here eating and still be able to listen to some really good live music. And there is Chef Curtis. Chef Curtis Mortensen actually got his start as the chef for the pioneer woman, Ree Drummond, at her restaurant in Pawhuska before becoming the chef for Reba.
I was in a pretty great spot, and I really enjoyed what I was doing, but what she was talking about doing here was really compelling.
And it has just turned out to be something that it was way beyond my imagination. I just wish Mom and Daddy were here to see it. They'd love it.
But they are there in spirit. In fact, there's a bookshelf in honor of her mother, Jacqueline Smith, a dream Reba never thought would come to fruition before the restaurant idea came about.
We wanted to do a library for Mama, and it didn't work out, and couldn't figure out why it didn't work out. Tell you, God's got the cutest ways of making things work out. And so on the 3rd floor, there's most of Mama's books.
Townspeople like Gayla Mansell say Reba's Place has already had a profound effect on making Atoka come to life.
We are so excited. We have always wanted Atoka not just to survive, but to thrive.
And Reba is even getting local businesses involved.
We actually do the flowers every week for the restaurant.
Reba, who's entertained and inspired people with her music for years, now entertaining in a new way while helping revitalize a town in the state she loves. A heart of gold she has, something my photographer Allyson and I can attest to. A picture-perfect place.
Happening now, here's a live look from the Fox 23 Skyview Network at the Tulsa State Fair.
The fair kicks off tomorrow morning at Expo Square in Midtown Tulsa.
Inspectors are making sure you have a fun and safe time at the fair this year.
All rides must pass a safety check or they will not be allowed to operate.
Fox 23's Tanya Motorzitsky is live at the fairgrounds to tell us about those safety measures. Tanya.
Shay and Sarah, there's 65 rides this year, and I'm in front of one. It's the carousel. The horse's faces scare me a little bit, but hey, it's fun for the kids, right? Well, inspectors tell me that every ride has to go through inspections, and the carnival rides are some of the safest because there's so many eyes that look at them when they're tearing down and being rebuilt up every single week. Come Thursday morning, these empty rides will be filled for the next 11 days at the Tulsa State Fair. Before gates open, inspectors need to make sure every ride is safe and ready to go before you get on. Chief Ride Inspector with the state, Alan McGollier, says he and 7 other inspectors have been at the fairground since Monday.
We start at looking at the blocking, and then we start going up. If you don't start out right, you're not going to end up right. So you got to start at the bottom, go up. We've looked at blocking. We've looked at, we're checking the seat belts, lap bar restraints. We're checking any kind of e-stops, momentary switches, looking for missing hardware, checking to see if there's any cracks in the sweeps. We're looking at operator training certifications. We do an RPM check on all rides.
He says they'll continue to check rides throughout the 11 days, too.
So they have to do a daily inspection every day of all the rides, and then we'll pick a ride here and there and do a spot check. We'll drive around, walk around, watch the operators, make sure the operators are doing what they're supposed to be doing on that ride.
He wants to remind people to have your kids ride rides that meet their height requirement and no cell phones on the ride. There's consequences.
And Oklahoma has what we call an operator responsibility law. Basically what that says, if you're on a ride and you do something that causes harm or damage to the ride, you can be held criminally liable for that. So if you have your phone and you drop it while you're on that ride and it hits somebody in the head, you can be charged for that.
So I'm about to ride this ride. It was just inspected. It was green lighted. So let me follow the rules here. Let me take off everything. No phone, no glasses. I'm going to do this with a dress. So hopefully it holds it down here. All right, I'm going to give this to my photographer to hold on and listen to me scream here. It was all right. I'm scared, I'm old, I don't know if I'm built for this. I'm gonna just watch my kid go on the rides. Now, if you do get stuck on a ride, inspectors say there are procedures for every ride, and Tulsa Fire Department is on standby to help you out. Now, again, no cell phones, and you've got to double check, parents, if you meet the height requirements. If you're unsure, like my photographer, Allie here, do you make it? Oh, look, you can ride the carousel barely. Look at that. Parents, it's that easy. Protect your kids and be safe at all times this weekend, or the next 11 days, I should say. Live, covering news that matters, I'm Tanya Motorzitsky, Fox 23 News.
Just under the, no, we look outside, beautiful sun.